Right, so what can I say? The last episode I was on about could be potentially the last season. What's going really well? And as you can see here, look at some of these results, man, it's crazy. You joined us for the first game of the season against Nybergsund. Then we played Alter. 5-0 up we were. I think it was 5-0 up after 36 minutes, 4-0 up after 13 minutes. And they nearly came back. Last 10 minutes to score 3 goals. And unfortunately, we got one when my ass started going like this. After that, though, we followed it up with a disappointing 3-3 draw after being 2-0 and 3-1 up. It was a bit disappointing with this result. Probably the most impressive result of this entire lot was the Bodo Glimt team. I did recognise that name actually, and they are in the top division of Norwegian football. And we beat them after extra time, 4-3. We were winning as well. I mean, I thought, I hope they're going to come back and beat us. We were winning 2-0 actually. It was a very impressive performance, to be fair. Then we beat Strindheim, who were apparently supposed to finish bottom, and give us a really good game. And we only managed to sneak a 1-0 win. Then we beat IL Hod, who were in the division above us. They finished 6th when we got relegated. We beat them 2-0. And then, most recently, Elverum Football. They are predicted, I think, to finish one place behind us, and they were one place behind us at the time. We were 3rd, they were 4th, and we just destroyed them anally, without lube or spit or anything, 7-1. So, very, very impressive. Roy Simonson, the guy, if you remember, back in the early stages, when I did the and I ended up showing him getting averaging a 4-point odd. This is him. He's not special. Got a little bit of potential. Fits the advanced forward role, which is why he's playing, and amongst injuries. And he's just destroying everyone. As a result, the dynamics now, I mentioned before, I didn't show you it before, but they were just slightly on the other side. Look at the camera now, this side, so red, in the red. So let's just use the marker, shall we? The mouse marker. It was about there, on there, and there, on there, and the match cohesion was just slightly in the green. Now it's looking shit up. Absolutely buzzing my tits off. In terms of injuries, we've had a shitload. Our ball-winning midfielder's injured, as I think I mentioned before. Ludwig Lodvland, the young kid who's pretty decent in terms of he could play left wing or up front. Ars Wiz as left winger, sprained his knee ligaments. And Jonas Simonson in the last game sprained his ankle ligaments for 2 to 5 weeks, which is a bit shit. Not to mention George Sungott, who was supposed to be our starting advance forward, who we got on loan. He stopped playing because of a hernia. Had 4 to 7 weeks, I think it was off. So yes, it's been a bit testing in that regard. Now, the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play Steinkjer FK. And you might think, well, gee, they're only 5th, they're not that good. And, you know, Fredrikstad are 3rd. Well, the reason being is because the table looks like this. And we are top of the league with a goal difference of +10, which is pretty good at this stage after 4 games. But Steinkjer are the one team that could overtake us should they beat us. So I'm thinking this team could be the one to watch out for. Fredrikstad have already drawn and lost a game already. So I'm thinking if I get a chance, I'll do both games because one after the other. But just depends. See what happens in this game and how quickly it goes. Right, so here we go. This is the main team really, apart from Raikkonen. It's usually Ars that's there, and the Hoffs, which is with Pedersen, Berg Pedersen. That is. That's about it really. It's just a case of let's go kick their ass. Definitely, I've got to say pick up where you left off last time because we just destroyed a team that's meant to be up there. So I'm very buoyed by this so far. It's very reminiscent of the Husqvarna when I first got relegated with them. I'm hoping we're going to go one better and actually win the title. And hopefully, if I can get the enjoyment back into this save, I'll carry it on. But I was starting to lose my confidence a little bit in the save. Let's just say that. Right, so it's taken this long to get our first highlight. Yeah, not really much happened so far, but it looks like they're going to have a chance here. Rather does make the save. Corner. To be in by Stocker. Puts it in. I thought it was a penalty then for a second. It's a free kick for us. Right, here we go. Highlight just before half time. Just said no pressure because a few nervous players appeared. So, see what happens here. Skoggy gets it away to Mikkelsen, left back. Up the low knee. Kjær. Back to Hilmarsen. Now it's Sander. Or to Simonson. First time ball to Nordheim, who's been exceptional so far since the season started. He's another one that's homegrown through the youth academy. Right, so it's half time. I'm just going to say it's time for everyone to dig in because we can win this game. They haven't created anything so far, and we've been creating chances, and it's just a case of, you know, just be clinical in front of goal because, like I said, we've shown we can get behind. We hit the post. We're just looking for that extra something. Come on, boys. We are at home as well, so I'm hoping we can, you know, sneak one in. Right, long kick downfield. Kjær heads away. Räikkönen does collect it well as well. Sander, first time ball to Simonson. Goes out wide to Eriksson, the murderous bastard that is. The Hoff, easy swap into the box. I don't know what swap is. And he's been brought down by a Vinge. And it's a penalty. And who's going to take this? Because Pedersen's not on the pitch. It's Simonson. Got 9 penalty taken, and that is exactly why he's got 9 penalty taken. Because he can't score in a brothel. Right, they've got a free kick. Is this yeah, this is where the punishers for missing that penalty. I knew it. Sucker punch. That's what I was looking for. Sucker punch. Show some fucking passion. Right, instant highlight, which could be good. If we can get an instant equaliser, I will forgive that goal. But only if we get an equaliser. Nordheim's never going to get on that. But Nordied plays it long. On as far as Mikkelsen. Square to Kjær. That's Räikkönen. Oh, it's one of the obvious goals. The most... well, it's the one that happens the most, in my opinion. That one more than anything else. Get praised regardless because at the end of the day, it's a goal. But yeah, Räikkönen, I've noticed the weird eye, but I'm thinking of Kimi Räikkönen, who obviously Formula 1 driver. But yeah, Simonson with yet another goal. 7th of the season, he's leading the goal scoring charts at the moment. Right, another highlight. Räikkönen is called. Räikkönen. There we go, got there in the end. Hilmarsson finds the Hoff. Right, wondering who he is. I'll just show him in a minute. Simonson's got to square it. He goes himself. It's scores. You know what? You'll do for me, mate. You'll do for me. Back in front. And if I just quickly show you the Hoff. It's this guy here. It's a guy I've got in on loan from Tromsø. And it's called Hoff's Ludvigsson or something daft. So I just thought the Hoff sounded apt. Right, here we go. Highlight. I've made all my changes. But this is the first highlight since. It's crossed in. Cleared away. Eriksson, I was tempted to take him off, but he's one of the few that's not nervous. Simonson gets a hat-trick. Come on, boys. Get in, you mofo. That should see us with a victory against a team that was the only team that could leapfrog us if they win their game in hand. This isn't a game in hand. I don't think it is anyway. Because obviously we've got through the cup a couple of rounds. So, and we've got another team from, I forgot to show who it was, but it's a team in the top division. They were 5th at the time when there was drawn, whereas the team we did beat, Bodo Glimt, they were 12th out of 16, I believe it is. Yeah, we'll just see this out now. Last 5 seconds, get rid of all that off the screen. Could do a nice little praise, to be fair, but what's the point? Look at all the fans going wild in the stands there. Fantastic result. So I'm going to tell them, well done, because it is well done. And you know what, Roy? You missed a penalty, and yeah, you've come back with a bang and scored 3 goals, so I can't be disappointed with you. I think we should have enough time to do the Fredrikstad game, so join us in a sec. Right, so here we go. They're playing 4-5-1, flat midfield 5, and yeah, if I remember rightly, Leko at the back is not the quickest, but very good otherwise. It's going to be a tough game, this. It'd be interesting to see how we do. We are away from home, bit of a change around in personnel. We've got Takoy coming in at right back. Eriksson's moving across to left back because he need the murderous eyes just to put him off. Brathen comes into the middle. At the expense of Kjær, and then Sandy goes out for Falk. Just in case of fitness issues, really. That's why Pedersen starting ahead of the Hoff. So yeah, otherwise it's the same team. We are massive underdogs in this game, which is a rarity because we're top of the league. We're kicking everyone's ass. But I'm going to say this anyway because it's given me the option. They haven't reacted, which is sometimes seen as a positive thing because you don't want them to switch off or anything like that. But there you go. Nice, half-decent team talk. Let's get into the faces. Let's kick their ass. Their stadium's quite big, actually. But let's not forget, they're a professional club. So I'm guessing they've had a relegation or something, had some money issues. I feel like it could be a bit like a Bolton situation or something like that in recent times. Right, here we go. They've got a highlights, a corner for them. It's either going to be a goal, it's going to miss. I was going to say all penalty, but yeah, they actually miss, which was the third option. Now, there's one thing that worries me so far. They've had a hell of a lot of the ball, and they've had a hell of a lot more chances, but they've been off target if that's what Simonson wants to do while he's in a bit of form. Who knows, it might have gone in. I'm not going to lie, I mean, this is the last highlight of the half. They're going to get a penalty or something here, aren't they? Or they're going to score. Well, not to the... Yeah, nice passing move. And there you go, there's the goal. It has been coming looking at this, although we've had a fair amount of chances ourselves. But I've got to say, we're a bit unlucky, really, that we haven't been able to hold on. So half-time is upon us, and I am just going to say that we have been unlucky, because we have. And look at that sea of green. Let's get out there. Let's rectify that goal, please. Right, we're going to get a highlight. I was just about to click on no pressure to see if it made a difference. But here's an effort from them. Brathen knocks it over the bar. It's a corner. It's like already taken. Don't really know what's going on. It's a crunching challenge there, and I think that could have been seen as maybe a penalty. We've got another attempt here from the corner. Rahimi with the actual corner. Like a Windsor header. It's cleared away. Oh, he's fallen asleep there. I think, honestly, it's Nordheim. That's a poor header from the murderous bastards. And it's forced into the corner. And they're hungry for goals here. I can feel it, but we need to score, so I need to stay attacking, really. It's cleared away. Grev Scott. Nice little reverse ball. It's cleared away by Takoi. Johansson easily collects the ball, plays it long downfield. Grev Scott once again coming forward, driving forward. It's the world's longest highlight of all time. Armstrong, that English name. That Norwegian name there for the goal. Joel Armstrong. And I think it's time we show some passion, boys. We've got an instant highlight. I was about to make some changes. Let's see what happens, what the outcome is of this highlight. Cheeky little flick from Brathen, and then Nordheim is in behind with a clear-cut opportunity and blazes it over the bar because he's shit. It's not actually shit, it's just plain shit. But anyway, here's Falk. Has that bollocking G'd them up somewhat? Nordheim. No, apparently not. Right, I've been all the changes. I've changed the strikers first. I basically put Grunwald on and changed it to the target man instead of a poacher. Sungvot squares it. Oh my god. Scores from that as if. So that's it. It's first loss of the season. It was against a team I probably expected to lose against the most. It says it all when our goalkeeper got a 7.1 after conceding 2 goals. Yeah, not a bad performance aside from the strikers. If I just scroll down here, you can see it. Oh, you can't see. I'll see if I can move out of the way. Chair down here, 5.9 and 6.2. So yes, it's been a bad day at the office for the strikers. We'll just have to move on. I'm going to tell them that they give it a good effort, and they're going to switch off because they're a bunch of knobheads. Because they did give it a good effort. It's just that they were just more clinical than us and better than us on the day. I can't be too disappointed. Where does it leave us? Grunwald's got a goal drought, which is a bit shit. We're still top of the league. It does mean that no one else can catch us yet, actually. Oh, yeah, because Steinkjer, because we beat them, they can't catch us. And Brattvag would have to, like, do us by 9 goals. Or, you know, get 9 goals in the next game just to go above us. First loss of the season, a little bit disappointed. That's who we've got. Stromsgodset. Stromsgodset, is that right? Stromsgodset. Help. But yeah, that's who we've got in the 4th round. We were expected to get to the 3rd round, so they're very happy with us. Ball confidence is really good here as well in terms of the top half finish. So if I go to the homepage, you can see here that our job security is back up to 74%. So there's no danger of now me getting sacked. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Everything else is going all right. In terms of transfers and whatever, there's nothing happening, but we are still under budget by 729 quid a week. And we've still got £7,790 to spend should we need it, but we probably don't, if I'm honest with you, because have you not seen the size of our squad? Massive, mate. But anyway, so for the next episode, we're going to come back. I think I might come back for that. We're not expected to win anything. We're not expected to win the game, but it's either I'll just stick with the league. But I think, who knows, if I can win this cup instead, which is obviously it's never going to happen. If I can win it instead of winning the league, then at least that's a trophy. But anyway, yeah, we'll come back for the Stromsgodset. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, we'll come back for that game. Hopefully you can join us for it. That's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you can join us for the next one. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.